This is Clifton at 130, which is 130 address, Clifton County Office. The parking, which is connected to the propane natural cascade, which is 200 Union Street, Othello, Washington, which is Mueller's funeral home. Keep on going down to Clearwater, it's Cascade. This is Clifton County. This is straight adjacent to Natural Cascade. Natural Cascade has the services. 1099 forms I brought them to Clifton County Office. As you can see, this is the 130 address. The Clifton County Office has a Natural Cascade propane office in the parking lot. Cimaron 5 INC Banquet Party Restaurant Bar Motel has a Natural Cascade propane line. Those feed lines were replaced, and those feed lines up on the connected to air conditioning was $15,000. The Clifton Accounting Office here in Othello, here in Moses Lake, and also here in Kennewick, Washington at 130. This is Cascade Natural Cascade, and their office is right next to Clifton. So this parking spot is Clifton Accounting. Now, the Cimaron 5 INC Banquet Party Restaurant Bar, I pay taxes. I pay California tax and Washington State tax and business taxes. And the UBI numbers are effective. This is Natural Cascade, connected to 1313 West Grand Ronde in Kennewick, Washington. Also connected to Annie Miller's office, and also connected to Annie Miller's residence. And there's Queensgate, there's Richland, Kennewick, and Pasco. And this one connects to the Denny's, the Red Robin, the Red Lion, and also the food court in Simon's Mall. So we have services here with Clifton, and Clifton does offer services here. Since the natural propane lines are expanding, they need a UBI number, which is 602720. I was checking for x-rays on my wrist since a police officer attacked me and used his handcuffs as weapons, throwing me around in public in front of Olson Properties. Olson Properties have a natural propane line at 1st Street, 610 1st Street in Othello, Washington, and also the property lines at the police station, which is natural propane lines. Clifton County is on Main Street, right next to Leprechaun. Leprechaun has the offices, in which Clifton office is right next to Leprechaun. Now, 809 in First American Title is 8109. Respecting them. And Natural Title is services they have. They have the regional services as well. Now, Fabian Barela and Kerry Barela, we're calling him to Annie Miller's office, and also Mr. Felice and Jim Cooney, which I was hit by a trailblazer, Swanberg, Stephanie Swanberg, Jane Jordan, and all the offices they provide here at the 8127, which is the regional attorney's office. We went to court in federal court system on Jadwin. I got the original documentation. This is Suite 8127, Suite A, Regional Attorney, Washington Bar Association, Prosecutor's Office, and Judge's Appeals Office. Regional Washington Bar Association, where you can turn Washington Bar Association at any time. A VOC and Donald Trump awaits me at 8131, but officers tried arresting me at the hospital Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I got the documentation and went to Annie Miller's office. And 8131, and that's Frank Kamuska, Mueller's funeral home, Jay Mueller and Amy Mueller, Mueller's funeral home, Highlands Middle School, which is annual reports, and Highlands Middle School annual reports, and Hawthorne Elementary photos of Fabian Barela and Linda Barela. And that's the Ramada Inn Quality in the Clover Island, and the Yacht Club. There's Teeny and Dick Cheney, and also that was a cremator. A cremator is called Coils during Burger King, and you throw the body in one time, and it sits there on the ground, so you gotta put it in again. You gotta put it back on the conveyor belt and cremate it. And that's back in the 1700s, 1800s. Eastern State University has a cremator just like the College during Burger King, but this is the 8131 First Club. This sign was designated from Gage Boulevard straight from the services, but this is the new address in Pacific, in Klamath, Cincinnati, 8131. Now, Fabian and Carrie Barela has their business rights and business activities running a taxi cab circuit in Crazy Moose and also Crazy Bob's, and also the green or the blue bridge, cable bridge services like Crazy Bob Casino. They have ribeye steak, sirloin steak, and Crazy Bob serves the same thing as the Christie 5, and also the washed potato, Scone O'Connor, and Charlie Cox, which is Felix Barela. You can see the emblem says 8131. 42 George Washington, Martha, and Lola Hernandez here. John Hernandez and Lola Hernandez worked for Sandy Strawn and Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney. A little office, a little desk. And this is Lola Hernandez. And they're not Mexicans, and they're not Muslims, and they're not black, and they're not Chinese, and not Muslim and Chinks, or Gooks, or Korean, or Vietnamese. It's 8131. So Fabian Barela and Carrie Barela, and Fabian Barela and Carrie Barela, and Mr. Felice and Jim and John Cooney, Dallas Cooney. He's an alcoholic. He has a Watts Bar Association. He's an alcoholic, mother and father sibling at Gonzaga University. And also the prestigious College of the Erotic Priesthood. They cast him away as a child rapist in Penn State, and child rapist at Notre Dame, child rapist at Gonzaga University, and child rapist here in Kennewick and Richland Pasco. The Freda Courthouse, he found him guilty at the Davenport Hotel. This is 8131 first floor. Fully employed, and they fire and hire new state patrolmen and police officers every day. This is a branded moment for the services where Mr. Soderman, state patrolman from Ritzville County all the way to Pasco, Washington, having sex with Jean Marie Bolt, having sex with Roberta Barela, and Colin Powell has a restraining order, and that's stated as Felix Barela. This porch monkey shows up at the coroner services and also the Benton County office and Annie Miller's office, and they call him a porch monkey. He won't leave Felix Barela or Roberta Barela alone. The Social Security benefits, disability, and LA medication and Medicare services are all effective for Roberta, and also at the 205 apartment, SOS.WA apartments 205, Janet and George. They don't own it, the Indians own it, and they pretty much eradicated and moved all their services to another building. The server and download system for Microsoft programs has a sleep, 1.5 sleep wall by Omni scripts, encrypted with ingredients on the wall basis, where the Pentagon was launched a liquor warhead at him, asking for Felix Barela. And none of them gave him answers, so they blew up the Pentagon. This is 813, the first renovated building. Making history as you speak. And the propane line, Natural Cascade, which is 200 South Union, 14 West South Union, Kennewick, Washington, 99338. That's Annie Miller, Jay Mueller, and also Frank Kamisco, and also Amy Mueller, Highlands Middle School, which is Kennewick High School, South Ridge High School. Fabian and Carrie Barela will be coming here, and also Ajmer Singh Nijjar in administration office for paperwork. The first name, last name is Soderman, is a child rapist, and they moved his body out of the mausoleum and took his plaques off the services because Felix Barela lives here. And he owns it. Simon's Mall, Santa Claus strangled the Saddam Hussein's O-Day and O-Day, and they still associate with these individuals, which is 8131. They pretty much imprisoned these individuals and put them in the eastern or western state, and give them no transactions. Even they have no records, and they send them and they incarcerate them until they're fingerprinted, and then they're released for negligence and litigation in the processing. For they fired the lawyer, and they killed and lowered the lawyer because they got tired and fed up with the system. Felix Barela kept on showing Social Security office, taking care of their siblings, children, and disarmament members at Gonzaga University, which is a retirement center for the military status, and also the police officers are effective, but the military status overrided the documents for the deeds. It says Mueller's deeds, Mueller's funeral home, and they superseded here at 8131. That's Annie Miller, 509-735-3591. Oh, it's a beautiful day here in the neighborhood. Nothing but the truth.